I think that possibly, maybe I'm falling for you. No one understands me quite like you do, through all of the shadowy corners of me. I never knew just what it was about this old coffee shop I love so much. All of the while I never knew. I never knew just what it was about this old coffee shop I love so much. All of the while I never knew. I think that possibly, maybe I'm falling for you. Yes, there's a chance that I've fallen quite hard over you. I've seen the waters that make your eyes shine. Now I'm shining too. Because I've fallen quite hard over you. If I didn't know you, I'd rather not know. If I couldn't have you, I'd rather be alone. I never knew just what it was about this old coffee shop I love so much. All of the while I never knew. I never knew just what it was about this old coffee shop I love so much. All of the while I never knew. All of the while, all of the while it was you. You cannot find a friend when you feel your dreams is breaking. Just there. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we This whole damn world can fall apart. You'll be okay. Follow your heart. You got the music in you. Don't let go. You got the music in you. One dance left. This world is gonna pull through. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we give. Don't let go. I feel the music in you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's real can't die. You only get what you give. You're gonna get what you give. Don't give up. Just don't be afraid to leave. Health insurance with our flying. FDA big bank is buying. Fake computer crashes, dying and cloning. Well, they're multiplying. Fashion shoots with Beckett Hansen, Courtney Love, and Marilyn Manson. You're all fakes, run to your mansions. Come around, we'll kick your ass in.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
Very good, Justin. How are you?
Good, Mohan. It's been a while. How you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. Good, good.
Good, good. Oh, so many. I'm not gonna say new faces, but returning. Lexi, Rashana, how are y'all? Lacey, I see you. I see you.
Yeah,
Welcome. How was y'all's weekend?
excellent. A lot of fun.
Good, good. That's awesome. And happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there.
That's
Um,
true.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's been a gosh, this year is moving so fast. I am barely keeping up. What makes it feel very fast, especially in this industry. It's when you start booking stuff that's months away, whether you're working with the client, and they're like, oh, I don't want to list until June or July. And, you're already doing what you need to do and put stuff on the calendar. And before you know it, here we go, we're in June. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. But we got to keep it moving, right? Because that's the business that we're in. And the biggest thing with that is just don't wait around, like don't wait around for anything. I was having a conversation with someone who I've been mentoring for a little while in her business, and she was telling me how this weekend she had a lot of like epiphany type of moments, where she realized how much she was holding herself back, how many things that I've told her to do, and how she's kind of said, oh, well, I got to do this first, or I got to do this first, or I'm gonna get to that next because this is more important. And before she knew it, it had been months that had gone by when she could have been in a completely different place today and had some stuff set up that she needs now, but she chose not to do it at that time. And so, one thing that I always tell everyone is there's no better time than the present. Like, time only exists in the present. The past is already gone and the future isn't here yet. So the only thing that we can control when it comes to time is what we do right now, and as far as being prepared or not ready yet or this and that, those are all just limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves, because in actuality, you'll never be ready. You'll never be ready. Like, I can fully prepare to, speak in front of thousands of people, have my PowerPoint ready, have my speech ready, and I'm still, up until that moment that I open my mouth and start talking, I'm still going to feel like I'm not ready. Even after, I still may feel like I should have prepared a little bit more. When you're preparing to have a child, or become parents, right? You always feel like you're not quite ready. But what happens? You just start taking action and things start working out, right? And that's the same that it is in business. Like, people can give you advice, people can give you roadmaps, they can tell you things to watch out for, right? You can have all that information and still feel like you're not ready. So the most important thing that we can always do is control our time and know that time only exists in the present and take action, right? So what I want to do is I want to go down the line. Today's lecture, we are going to be talking about video and social media, which is something that that I don't do a lot on these power unit calls. However, it is one thing that I want to make sure that y'all have knowledge about, because, what would it be like if you have a coach that's a content creator and content influencer and I don't ever share about content? So I'm going to do that. I think that'll be really exciting for everyone. So let's go ahead, go down the line, share what's going on in your business, what you're currently working on, how it's been. And if there's any questions that you have on anything that you're working on, now is the time to go ahead, put that out there, and we can help you out as a community. So let's start with you, Mohan.
Hi, Justin. I'm new to this industry, and also I did not start with the other platforms to start getting any leads or their details. So that's why I need to have more guidance to where to start and how the next step I can proceed with. It's a brand new industry, so I need some more help to keep moving on.
How long have you been licensed now?
4 months now.
Okay. And so tell us a little bit about what you have done.
I have done with the other social media training and to how to get the videos and then upload the files. Then after that, I did not start with anything for the real estate side. Anything contact with the client or on the platform, how to use it, and getting the leads.
Okay, so the best place for you to start is you're going to go into your Power Unit coaching portal. And here, I will pull it up on my screen here just to make sure you know how it looks. So you're going to go into your portal,
okay,
and go into Power Unit coaching. And you are going to start with, actually, you're going to start at the beginning if you haven't gone through these already. So you're going to see this, your first step in Power Unit. You're going to go through all of these. Okay. But the most important one is going to be your business plan. Okay. So you're going to download this document here, fill it out, and then email it back to me. And then in addition to your business plan, there's your vision plan. Okay, you'll download that. There's a video there that you can watch that goes with that. Okay, And then the Power Unit DNA. This is a very important video to watch because this talks about our, like what we live by in Power Unit, not so much, our values and all that kind of stuff, but it's the actions that you should be doing as a real estate agent month over month, week after week. So it's going to get into the power hour. It's going to get into monthly gifting. It's going to get into all of that kind of stuff. And then you're going to come to this 90-day action plan. And this is a very important document because I break down for you everything that you should be doing from when you wake up to when you go to bed. Okay. And literally every single thing. So your schedule will be filled. The purpose of this is to get you into production very quickly. All right. Once you get the hang of running this schedule, then you're going to come up and follow this 90-day commitment. Okay. You're going to be in the swing of things. You do this stuff, you will be in production, 2 to 3 deals every month. Okay. That's the goal. So be sure to go into this 90-day plan and follow it religiously. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
No problem.
Thank you. I'm going to follow up with the next meeting. I will have their more experience on this.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Lacey.
Yes.
How you doing?
So for me right now, I've got a listing under contract, one that's coming to market. We're trying to get the property cleaned up so we can get it on the market. I've got a couple lots under contract and then 3 active buyers that we're, just kind of scanning the market right now, putting some offers in and, trying to see if we can get something to stick. But for me, I'm trying to build my social media presence. So I've got Facebook and LinkedIn, but really TikTok is my primary focus right now. I'm working Opcity leads, and then I'm also on the Mojo dialer working expireds and FSBOs. So, just trying to be consistent with all of the activities, the outbounds, the posting, and just really making it a lifestyle where everywhere I'm going, that's what I'm talking about. Usually everywhere I go now, unless I'm dressed to go somewhere, I've got like a realtor shirt on just to put it out there in the atmosphere, so.
Yes. And that's so cool when it happens because I'm obsessed with my businesses these days, and when you get to that point of obsessed, it's like you can't not talk about it or you can't not work on something. Yeah, you get it. So how did you come about those listings that you have? Were those a result of dialing and stuff?
So one listing was a FSBO that I worked for quite some time. We were finally able to get him under. And then another one was a referral. It was like a friend of a friend of a friend. And actually someone was trying to buy their house and it was an agent that was involved that was not communicating. They were basically trying to just represent the buyers. And the seller was an older woman that her daughter felt like she was just being taken advantage of. So I've kind of stepped in to take over that piece, which is nice because like I said, they were really going to do a number on her.
Oh my.
But yeah, just like I said, just trying to have those conversations with everybody that I know, like this is what I'm doing. I'm full time now. And I'm all in, like you said, it's an obsession at this point. So
I love it. Awesome. Congrats on those successes.
Thank you.
All right, Renee. Oh, we can't hear you. I see you're not muted, but there's no audio coming through. What you may have to do is on that, down by the mute button, there's a little arrow. Click on that arrow and under select a microphone, make sure that it's the right mic selected for you. There you go. Yep.
Oh, okay. I had my headset on and one part was still on the headset and one was
okay. Yeah.
on my speaker. So how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I've been in real estate for a while. I left and came back. Me and my husband have now joined Tierney's, as partner with Tierney.
Okay.
So I am a broker associate. So I have been in real estate for a long, long time. I'm just trying to, now that I came back and stepped out for a while, is re-look at everything in a different way because the market have definitely changed.
Yeah.
Since I was in it. So I was out for about 3 years, been in real estate for about 20 years, and now I'm rebuilding. Was out for some health issues. But it's like I want to start over, and not think about what I knew at that time, because it's like, carry a little bit with me, but a lot of things have changed. And so
Yeah.
I guess maybe 1 month now back into it. As far as what I'm working on, 2 new listings, hopefully to come here soon. They would be referrals that came in. And then buyers, I haven't got any new buyers yet. I'm working on that by just calling right now and just trying to get my social media built back up and try to remember the things that I forgot.
Yeah, I get it.
So it's like a whole new start for me again. So I'm treating it like I don't know anything and just starting over from beginning. And so I'm just in training, learning, and rebuilding right now. And hopefully I get back to where I was again,
You will. You will. Renee, did we talk on Clubhouse one time? Or were you
Yes,
on-
Rashana.
Okay,
That is
okay.
my middle name, and so Rashana
Gotcha.
is my name. I go by either one. So I'm trying to get
Okay.
everybody used to Renee because everybody messed up Rashana. So my last name is Dangerfield. So yeah,
Nice.
I
Okay.
talked to you before. I got in when I was thinking about coming back in. Jumped on a couple, your
Clubhouse,
calls.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm back now.
Well, welcome. Happy to have you. Happy to have
Thank
you.
you. I hear so much about you. So.
I appreciate it. All right, Sonia.
All right, things are going good. I got another house under contract, so that's exciting. I now
Nice.
have a property that's supposed to close just as soon as the splits come through with the township. I have a house that I'm representing both sides that's under contract, and then another one that's under contract now, and then a listing that goes live on the 18th. And I've got both an internal agents open house scheduled, and then an actual open house scheduled on that house. So exciting. And then they're going to buy, and I'm working actively with another client that is, solid, pre-approved, ready to go right now. And, so they want a house to move in before September. So
Sonia, you are rocking it. For those of you who don't know her, so you joined Power Unit Coaching you were like a brand new agent, right?
Oh, yeah.
How long
Yeah,
ago was that?
It was a year and a half ago. I think I joined before I even took my test. It was definitely before I found a brokerage, but
Yeah. So she joined, and then I think you even moved brokerages in the midst of it, and she's been consistent about showing up and taking like you are blowing up. I mean, come on, man. And to point this out, she still has a job,
a full-time job.
a full-time job.
Yeah.
So that's just an example of following the process, being consistent, and yeah, you're probably gonna be leaving that job soon. I think that you're gonna probably hire someone to work for you before you may leave your job. But
I think that's exactly what's going to happen, because right now I feel like I'm maxed out. And I don't feel like if I was to take on more than like 1 or 2 more clients that I could really serve everybody in the way that I need to. But I could free up so much time if I had like the paperwork and stuff being done, and somebody following up with these title companies and stuff like that. That just scheduling even the showings for me, that just takes up so many hours.
Well, you already know the next step.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
We've talked about it a lot. So
So that's what I'm working on now. I even just as a small step, I decided to hire somebody to go take my photos for me at this next house instead of me going in there with my phone, which I took great photos, but it took me forever to then edit them and everything else. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's worth the $200 I'm paying. So
Oh yeah, I've always done that. Like
yeah.
I think I took photos on my very first listing, and that was no, my first two listings, three. No, I'm lying. My first three listings, I actually took photos, and I haven't done it since.
Yep.
It's always outsourcing. All right, Lexi.
Can you hear me?
Yep. How you doing, Lexi? Oh,
I'm
so
good. How
excited
are
to
you? It's been
hear
a
it.
while.
It
Yeah,
has been. It has been. How you doing?
good. Well, just to kind of, sorry, was it Sonia? Is that who just was
Yes.
up?
Yep.
So just to kind of piggyback on what, you're going through, I just actually hired 2 full-time assistants. They've been working for about 2 weeks. And that is why I'm on this call this morning, because I am not, handwriting letters or, doing any of that stuff. I've freed up so much time. So definitely, definitely do it. It is just like night and day different. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's really what I've been working on the last week, is just getting them taking care of all of, the monotonous time sucker tasks. And then as far as business goes, I have 5 in escrow, 1 closing today, like 6 buyers this month. So, I mean, it's just, I had my biggest month last month and had 5 closings in 1 month. So
Woo.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Getting
brag
there.
on you now, y'all. Lexi, she was a brand new agent too. Like brand new
Yeah.
agent too. You've been in the program probably like 2 years now, right?
Yeah, so February 2020 I started. So right
Yep.
before COVID hit and everything. So
Yep. And she's in Hawaii. And she even flew down, not our last conference, but the one previously, came to that one. I mean, your growth has been amazing. 2 full-time staff members now, like congrats, keep it up.
yeah, and definitely get a transaction coordinator as far as like paperwork stuff goes, because that, again, that's night and day. I have had a transaction coordinator since the day I started, just because paperwork is not my thing. Like I don't like it, so I've always outsourced that. But yeah, definitely just get those assistants, because it totally frees up your time. And I've been able to get way more clients this last week and talk to way more people, because I have that time to invest in myself. So education, like I even signed up for, other coaching things and, just trying to pull in more education from places too. So.
Yep. Yep. And that kind of circles back to what I was saying before about like doing it now, like there's of course people out there that can say, oh, wait till you start doing 4 deals before you do this or that. Like, no, there's no need to wait. You can do it now. Now, the trick comes with you needing to be disciplined. Like, don't just get an assistant to allow yourself to go to the movies all day or just be chilling, like fill those roles in your schedule so that you can perform and do those highest and best activities. Like Lexi's here getting the coaching, she said that it freed up her time for it. They can now service clients better. She can get more clients. So make sure that you're filling that time with still productive activities. However, you don't have to wait, right? You can do it now. Transaction coordinators, like she was saying, those, I mean, there's so many companies out there that can perform that service for you. That's something, Sonia, that you can even easily implement alongside you getting the professional photography. And the cool thing about the TCs is most of them, you don't pay them until the property closes, and they get paid out automatically at closing. So you don't even have to really invest any money. And those transaction coordinator companies, they already know this stuff. So there's not that training curve that you got to teach them how to do this, how to do that. The biggest thing that you have to teach them is just like your way of doing things. For instance, I like to be CC'd on all emails. I like for a cookie order to go out once someone gets that approval and we go under contract, so they do little things like that. Whenever it comes time for us to send our recommendations for home insurance and, all those different companies, I like certain companies being on there and I like them sent at a certain time point in the transaction. So those are just the things that you'll really just have to train them on or let them know, but they can easily take that paperwork thing off of you quickly.
Do you pay them a percentage? How does that work?
Nope, it's flat fees. So our transaction coordinator, they get paid $300 for a contract to close. Or if we want them to do for the listing, listing is $200 more. So, basically we go get the listing agreement signed, just pass it over. They handle everything else, photos, getting those scheduled, making sure the client gets copies, collecting the surveys and everything like that. Then when it goes under contract, of course, they do the contract to close. So literally all we have to do is those update calls every Tuesday, like I talk about. And you can get good like Bio has gotten. So Bio has his assistant call the mortgage company, the title company, all those people to get updates from them. She provides him with a report and then he hops on the phone with the client and just does that quick update call, so time leveraged. Okay, I know. So you're just like mind blown. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I got to get this underway because I can scale so much faster and move on to the next thing so much faster if I do that.
Yeah, and they'll put the paperwork in whatever system or software you have for your brokerage. Like we use SkySlope, and so they file everything in SkySlope, fill out all the information. If it's a listing, they'll put it all in MLS. Like that's stuff, especially when you start operating with listings and buyers at a high level. It may seem like, oh, it doesn't take me too long to do this, but heck, it all adds up when you have 5, 6, 10 clients that you're doing it for. So
Yeah. And then the stress starts to break you down.
Mhm. And it gives them a point of contact for all of that, just little paperwork stuff, like they don't have to come to you to ask a simple question like, hey, how do I operate DocuSign? They can go to your TC and get all of that. You don't have to worry about missed signatures and scheduling closings and just all of that stuff. I can send you my list of everything that our TC does so that you can just kind of see how great it can be. Yeah.
Is there a specific company or anybody that you guys use that you recommend, or a couple of companies?
So I use a company called Empower TC. Now what I don't know about them, where are you located, Lacey?
I'm in Dallas. I'm in Mansfield.
Okay. Yeah. So I've used national companies before, which they weren't bad, but the reason why I decided to switch to Empower Transaction, because they are here in Texas and they were able to offer a few added services just because they were here. Now, I will say Empower, for all of you, they offer transaction coordinator services all across the US. They've grown a lot, and so maybe take what I'm about to say with the grain of salt. But when I started using them, which was a few years ago, they were only in Texas. And what I liked about them was that they were started by a real estate team that was doing hundreds of transactions a year, and they were just bogged down with paperwork because they were operating transactions at such a high level. So they decided to, as a team, basically stop selling real estate and start a transaction management company. And what I liked about them was, since they were familiar with our contracts, they were able to fill out, addendums and all those documents after you have the inspection, because they were familiar with the contracts and stuff. So I do now see that they are all across the US. So I would imagine they would have people who are familiar with everyone's contracts. So that way, you know, they can get those amendments filled out for you and sent out for you.
I'm sorry, what was the name of that company?
Empower Transactions. Here, I'll drop the link in the chat box. Just let them know I sent you. Make sure you get taken care of the right way.
Thank you.
And I love it because you stick with one TC. So it's not like you're being thrown around to everybody whenever you get something. Like, you have one point of contact and you actually have their real cell phone number. Like, they're a true extension of your business. All right, Kiera.
Lord, I was not at all ready. Okay. Okay, this last week has been a whirlwind. My main thing has just been pushing through. So I do have the open house for one of my listings this upcoming Saturday and Sunday. So I'm excited for that. I did just get a accepted contract for a buyer, so I'm happy about that. And I've just been getting over my mental blocks and my imposter syndrome and trying to push through. So that's been my week.
I feel like every call this month and last month, you've had a moment like a like brain explosion.
I have.
Yeah. So tell me maybe something that you've heard over the last few calls that you've started to implement or put into practice, or thinking differently, or something along those lines.
Even today, honestly, when you got on, I felt like you were talking about me when you were just saying, just do it, because that is my problem, is I try to over plan everything. And then I just end up getting overwhelmed and not wanting to do it at all.
Gotcha. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So I'm focusing on just doing stuff.
Awesome. Awesome. Perfect here. I love it. All right, Daniel.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy
Good.
Monday. I'm a little tired because I did a Mother's Day thing for my mom and my mother-in-law, and they had me grilling. I was grilling, making ceviche, went to the pool, so I'm burnt out. But as far as business goes, it's good. I mean, I have 3 closings coming up on May, and then I have one in June, where I'm working with a handful of buyers, getting them pre-approved. Submitted some documents over the weekend for some of them. So I'm just looking, hopefully hear back from them this week and see if they can get approved. I had one guy that's getting approved with 6 months of employment, which I didn't know you can do that, but apparently you can. They'll do 6 months of employment. Well, if they're unemployed for like 2 years or a year and a half or whatever, they'll still qualify him if he's been working at a job for 6 months. They just have to go back to his previous employer before the layoff, before the unemployment, back 2 years. So that's what the company said. So I'm gonna hopefully see if we can get pre-approved. But we got a few people pre-approved for the summer. What else? As far as the business goes here, I mean, everything's going good. I think I'm gonna hit my transaction goals. I didn't really meet my quarterly goals, which I have to go back and look at again. Just to see, where I'm at with that. I was reading some of them over the week of last week, but I just reorganized my goals again for this next 6 months and just see where I'm going to be with that. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome. What's your next event that you're having?
So we're going to have the home buyer seminar in Spanish. I believe it's on the 30th of this month. And actually, my teammate's gonna host that one. I told her I think she should host it on her own. So we'll help her, promote it and stuff like that. But she kind of did the other one as well. So I kind of did the intro, and then she did the actual home buying presentation. So I told her, maybe she should do it on her own. So see how that goes for her. So we have that one. for this month. Next month I'm going on vacation, so I'm gonna see if she wants to do an English one because she hasn't done an English one. She did a Spanish one, so I might set up an English one for her with one of my lenders, Snap Lending, like we did last time. So the goal is to do 2 a month, whether I'm doing it or she's doing it, just to continue generating the leads, filling up the pipeline. Right now, kind of the goal is to fill up the pipeline, generate the leads, and make the follow-up phone calls and do the follow-ups and stuff like that. I did interview my new assistant, that's possibly my new assistant. She did actually a 1-hour video of cold calling. And then right now she's doing a teamwork assignment with Nadia on sending out thank you cards and all that. She's actually doing pretty well. And I think she made it look easy for the cold calling versus the other assistant that I had, and versus me. I'm cold calling right now some of my, because I did a client appreciation event. So we're cold calling all those numbers. And then my other agents also cold calling. So we kind of make it look hard. We're like, oh man, she made it look really easy, and she's like brand new, she's not even a real estate agent, which I think that gives her the edge because she doesn't have certain expectations. I guess she just called and somebody hung up on her and she's all like, okay, well, next one. Versus us, and I've kind of been in the business for a while, you kind of get upset or
right.
So
right. Do you know who I am?
Like, yeah, you gotta get upset. You're like, really? Come on now.
Yeah.
Obviously real estate is hot. Everybody knows what's going on. But she's kind of like, I think that's a good thing. So, and then she's also a IS. So, which I wanted, at least an I in the personality. So everything's looking good on that end. I just got to talk to her because one of her goals, or part of my interview process, was where her financial goals are and how she's doing financially. I'm a little nervous on that end because she said she wasn't doing too well financially, and her financial goals were to be a little more, have more income. And the thing is, I'm not going to pay that much. So I'm like, damn, that might not be a good thing. She does live, I did find out she does live with her parents, and she's still trying to finish school at the Art Institute. She has a couple of months left, or another semester or something like that. So I don't know. So I haven't met her in person in the interview. I just did 3 online interviews kind of. Yeah. I haven't met her in person to actually see if she's, really serious about the position after all the work she already did. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that it becomes an assistant that I don't have to switch off in the next year or so, at least more than a year. So.
Yeah, Daniel, something I would advise is at your next event, since you're getting consistent with these, record the whole instruction part of it or lecture part of it, and you can turn that into a digital course for leads, clients, so that they can access anytime. And for people who attend these events, we know that most times a lot of people come to home buyer events maybe 6 months, a year before they're actually planning on purchasing. And so you giving them access to a digital version of it, and I can help you with the platform, on like what to put it on. But similar to how we have for Power Unit Coaching, something that they can log into. And I can tell you on the back end, I can see every time y'all log in. I can see every time y'all mark a lesson as complete, what your progress is. But that's something that you can use to know, like, okay, I need to reach out to this person because it seems like they're logging in every day and they are wanting this knowledge. So they may be getting closer to wanting to, make a move. So I would suggest that. And then something else with video, which we're going to be talking about today, is something that I did in my business. Is I would record process videos that I had my TC send out, and they would be in the emails that people send out, my next steps emails. But it was basically a YouTube video of, hey, here's what happens next. I'm gonna send you a list of recommendations for homeowners insurance. You want to reach out to those companies and gather quotes. They're all vetted. They're my top people. They're going to provide that information to you. And whichever one that you decide on, let us know. We'll make sure the title company gets it ordered, just next steps. and that keeps that kind of personal thing going with them. So as you're streamlining, getting more clients, you want to start to automate more of these things, and process videos can definitely help. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go to Carol and then Bio, and then I'll kick us off. Carol, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
You know, just doing what I do. I have one of my listings came off the market because, you know, whatever, the buyer, you know, the seller was going to tell me how the wheel spins. Okay, well, that didn't work out. So now we started listening a little more closely. So we're coming back to market. We got the house all painted. We got the floors polished. Everything's looking good. So that should be pretty quick. And then I have a new listing coming up this week. So we're scheduled for pictures on Wednesday. The roofer's out there today, taking care of a couple little missed shingles from the recent storm. So hopefully that'll get me some transactions on the board for May, because I'm not loving that I don't have one. I've got a couple active buyer clients that I'm texting back and forth with. I have one buyer client that fell out. Unfortunately, she lost her job. So she's like, oh, well, all right, bye. Still getting my cold calls in. You know me, I'm still doing 500. I did 120 cold calls this morning, so I'm still getting that in. I did spend some time this morning, actually, after my cold calls with my virtual assistant, training them on the next thing that I want them to make sure is getting done for me regularly. So I keep increasing what she does. Once I train her on something and I see she's comfortable with it, then I'm introducing something new. Okay. I do think that I am getting ready to add somebody to start cold calling local agents to see if anybody's looking to switch teams or brokerages, and start setting up appointments for that. So I think that's next on my personal agenda with that stuff. I'm getting my own house ready for sale. As you know, I talked about in length last week. I have to go to court tomorrow, so hopefully that will give me some additional resolution. But I'm feeling good about taking my power back in that situation, so I'll get my house ready for sale. So yeah, team's doing good. One of my agents has another closing this week. I have another agent that we added in Canada. I've been working closely with him, trying to get him acclimated about how he should be running his business, right? Because right now he's on the reactive track. And I'm like, dude, you're killing yourself. You have to become proactive in your business, you know? I did have an opportunity this past weekend to meet with a client. I had a listing agreement signed from a woman who was going to be relocating back to New York near her mother. And unfortunately, her mom took a turn for the worse and ended up having to come move in here with her in Delaware. Having been my mother's primary caretaker in her final months, I did say to this client, like, listen, I walked your path. If you feel lonely or just need an ear, I'm available. She reached out. Obviously, the listing is on hold, but she did reach out. We did get together on Saturday and kind of connect on that level. So that was really interesting in terms of just growth for myself in making sure that I'm available for these people, right? Because it's relationships over transactions. And she's having a hard time right now. Like, her mom just moved in. She's my age. So her mom's living there. Her mom needs care all the time. She's got hospice people in and out. She had to have a bathroom added. Like, it's a lot. And you have a lot of emotions when you're going through that. And I think she just needed to hear that it was okay, right? It's okay that you feel this way. So that was kind of interesting, just connecting with her on that level. And I think that's what's going on in my business.
You know, I love that you shared that and that you were there for her. You know, I'm not sure if y'all others have heard the saying, like, we're therapists also. But it's like moments in my career that I can think about that, yeah, our clients just needed someone to lean on, you know. And I've worked with clients where I've helped them, you know, buy a house together after they just got married, and then help them sell it because they were getting a divorce. You know, within my career, I've been in the middle, of course, of husband and wife. I've dealt with situations, spouses passing unexpectedly, you know, and it's all real. Yeah, like, these are transactions and this is our career. But that's why one of the first lessons that I have you do is put those lists together, right? I have you put those lists together, because at the end of the day, these are people that we're working with. and people that we need to be there for. People we want to stay in touch with, we want to get referrals from. However, what list do I have you do? I have you do a VIP or very important person list. I have you do a past client list, a friends and family list. Like these are all people. And that's why the goal is 50, because you need to have 50 relationships from each of these lists. Okay. And it's to teach you, when I say power hour and each day has a theme, it's to teach you how to truly build relationships. The reason why I say don't use a sign-in sheet at your open houses and use guest cards, that's the start of a relationship so that you can remember things about people, and you're going to get good at it to where it starts happening naturally, right? And you're going to be a natural person who builds relationships. And that's business, that's personal, that's everything. Because at the end of the day, like I say, this is my strongest asset. It's my phone. I can pull anything out of this phone, whether it's a deal, a shoulder to cry on, help for someone in another state, like anything is out of that phone, but it's because of the relationships. People ask me all the time, oh, how'd you get on this board? Oh, how'd you get to speak at this event? Oh, how'd you meet this person? Relationships at the core. It's just all about your relationships and not being just transactional. That was a hard lesson for me. It slapped me in the face about 2.5 years in my career, but it's real. It's real. Bio, real quick, how you doing?
Hey, Jason. Hi, everybody. I am doing awesome. Business is good. I was out of town for the weekend in Atlanta. Great weekend with some millionaires,
Yeah.
in Alpharetta, big mansion. And
Oh, I used to live there.
Oh, you used to live in Alpharetta?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Went
So,
to Alpharetta High School.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So big, nice stuff. So business is great. We're still working with this. I have these 2 listings. Maybe I priced them too high. I haven't received an offer. And so this week, it's a busy week. I'm going to reduce the price and maybe do an open house to draw attention and get feedback from people that come through to see what's going on with the 2 listings. I have another listing that I picked up from a referral partner, my lender. So I called my lender. I've been referring businesses to him. I say, hey, I've been giving you all these businesses. What is going on? Like, what's up? So he sent me 3 clients, 2 of them on the contract. One of them is going to sell and then buy. I said, that's a good one. So we're currently working, fixing the houses and stuff. We have 2 contracts last week, 5 closings in May, which is great. And we still keep building the business. For me, I'm just focusing on the contracts, man, like whatever it takes, how you want to tell me your story, your life story, your mom was sick, let's talk about it. Let's get a contract. Like you said, as real estate agents, we are more like therapists. We are like counselors. We are everything, and we do whatever it takes. So business is good. My assistant is working. She's working on KV Core. She's struggling with KV Core a little bit to learn it. But I told her, I said, that's the main reason why I brought you on. If you can't learn it, I'm going to fire you. If you can't learn it, I'm going to fire you. I need somebody that can learn it, that can implement what they learn, that can generate business for the business. Okay. So she's working hard. And
are you making her go to training classes on it?
Yes. Okay. She's going to training classes. She's watching everything and scheduling posts on Craigslist, just doing what she can,
Yeah. I mean, you're at EXP now, so make sure that they're attending the live trainings. If there's things she doesn't understand, they're all live instructor led. She can ask questions. Don't just be a fly on the wall, just watching it. Anything that's not understood, ask it right then and there.
Sure, absolutely. And one thing again that I see in the market is that so because of the interest rate, a lot of buyers might not be able to afford their homes because it might be too expensive for them now. So I'm trying to focus my energy. Since we have the referral program going on that people send me clients, I'm posting content on my WhatsApp every single day, so people know me from there a lot. Now I'm going to focus my energy on sellers.
Yeah.
Because if the market tilts that we're not getting buyers as much because of high mortgage, then we can try to leverage to get more sellers to sell their property. So just the ability to be able to work on both buyer and seller side, I believe for me right now is very, very important, and for everybody else to be able to convert those seller leads and be able to help them sell their property. So I'm going to be focusing my energy more on that.
Yep. I love that you said that, because that's the cool thing about, I won't say the cool thing, but that's the advantage that we have as real estate agents, especially when you're diverse in your knowledge and what you can offer people, because as markets take shifts and turns, there's always going to be a client, you know, whether they are in something too high, they need to sell it, they need to rent something, they have the money and they can upgrade, or because the market's shifting, they want to get a deal on something for when the market shifts back. And, you know, like, you'll always have a client. Okay. But it's important to know how to pivot and to know how to adjust. I want to talk about content right quick. Okay. Just to make sure you all know this, but also to make sure that you are able to take advantage of the opportunities. And I'm going to call out a few of you here, and I hope you don't mind, because we're all family here, right? So for one, who's already doing video? Like, show of hands or drop in the chat box. Okay. Awesome. I know you are, Bio, Kiera. Awesome. Okay. So right now, the major opportunity with videos are short form videos. Okay, micro videos, videos that are less than 1 minute long. Okay, here's why I say that it's a major opportunity. Every platform is trying to compete with TikTok right now. Whether you all notice or not, TikTok became the #1 social media platform in the world. Okay, they have a very sophisticated algorithm. They know what they're doing, and the reason why they're so popular is because their algorithm knows how to get you addicted to it. Before, when it kind of was first coming about, everyone was saying, oh, this is for teenagers or kids and people are just dancing. No, it's not the case anymore. Okay, and it's important for you all to know that it is not the case anymore. TikTok is very much so audience centric. So if you're seeing a bunch of videos with kids dancing, that means the algorithm hasn't learned what you like yet and what you want to see yet. Okay. When you open up a TikTok account, or when you get on TikTok, the job of that algorithm starts working immediately. Okay. And since these are micro videos, and I'm saying this about TikTok, but know that this is now becoming the same thing across the board: Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. When you watch a TikTok video, since they are so short, TikTok is literally measuring you in seconds. Okay. Seconds of how long you watch that video. Seconds and microseconds. Okay. So let's just say I see a video on my TikTok of some teenage girls dancing, and it's like, I don't want to see this, so I quickly go off. That tells TikTok that he's not into these types of videos. Okay, so they're going to try something else. Let me show them this, of some cars. Okay, I may watch that one a little bit more, and they say, okay, we may have something that he's into. Let's just say a video comes up about real estate, and I watch it the whole way. They know, okay, he's really into real estate videos, possibly into car videos. Let's show him a few more to test it out. Okay. And then it starts to say, well, similar people who are into real estate and car videos, they're also into Facebook ad videos, or they're also into selling on Amazon videos, or they're also into these types of videos. So they start showing you those types to measure your response on those. And before you know it, TikTok now has this feed that every video you scroll to, you're sitting there watching. Now you've become addicted. Okay. And not so much addicted to being on TikTok, but they're showing you content that you actually want to consume. Okay. So that's important for you to know as you become a creator on these platforms, is know that it is not just for teenagers or young people. Okay. Because I can tell you, I'm a TikTok creator myself. I have over 300,000 followers on TikTok, over a million, 1.2 likes on there. And I can see analytics of who watches my stuff. The average age of people who watch my stuff is 32. Okay, TikTok tells me this. So between 28 and 34, with that average age being 32 of the people who consume my content. And I love it. Why? Because those are the people who I can make clients and customers. Those are the people who actually want to see this information. I can take them down a journey. Okay, they have money at that age, right? Or they're willing to invest in their future. They're looking to make investments. So what do I talk about? I talk about building your business. I talk about making investments, things like that, because that is my audience there. And it works the same way for you. Now, when you get to putting out content, this is what's important for you to remember. You don't need to be doing what the teenagers are doing, okay? Because that is not the audience that you're trying to attract. So don't think if you start making reels that you need to start dancing, okay? I've probably done 1, maybe 2 dance videos, and they weren't my most popular. Why? Because that wasn't what my audience was trying to get. My audience wants information. So I give them information. Okay. So I start out on TikTok. I make the original videos on TikTok. Then I share those videos. I upload them to my YouTube Shorts and my Facebook and Instagram Reels. Okay. So as you can see, probably now when you get on Instagram or when you get on Facebook, they're really promoting you Reels. And I can tell you from my viewpoint as a creator, Facebook and Instagram pays me money just to upload Reels. Okay, they pay me every month, not a sponsorship. I don't have to advertise anything, just to upload Reels. And they're paying a lot of creators. Why? Because they're trying to take people off of TikTok and for you to get on Facebook and Instagram and start watching these Reels. My YouTube, if y'all notice, I now have switched to uploading more shorts on YouTube than I have full-length YouTube videos. Why? Because YouTube is really pushing those out. And I've gained so many subscribers over the last month just doing short videos. Now, let's talk about short videos because there's a formula to them. Okay, it's not just uploading a video that happens to be short and now you're going to go viral. There is a formula to them. One, it starts with something known as the hook. You have less than 3 seconds to hook that viewer's attention. Okay, less than 3 seconds. Keep in mind, everything is measured by seconds when it comes to these short videos. Whereas long form YouTube video, you know, we would have the hook. It would probably last about 30 seconds. Now, no, you got 3 seconds for that hook. Now, there are some generic hooks that you can do for any video. And I do them all the time. It doesn't have to be like so original. Oh, look at this $10 million mansion. No, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be something as simple as, why is no one talking about this? Okay, or here's a secret I bet you didn't know. If you're a real estate agent, you need to hear this. If you own a home, don't skip this video. You're immediately hooking your audience. The next thing when it comes to short videos is you have to create content for a specific niche. Okay, Keep in mind how these algorithms are working. They want to show your content to who they think it'll be most beneficial to. So if one day you're talking about real estate, but the next day you're talking about cars, and the next day you're talking about home organization, you're going to confuse the algorithm. Okay, so stick to one niche, and I would even micro niche it, meaning you're either talking to sellers or you're talking to buyers or renters. Okay, pick one, not just all real estate. You're either going to be investment, you're going to be luxury, or you're going to be first-time home buyer, single family homes. Okay, you're going to be condos, you're going to be townhomes, or you're going to be, like I said, single family homes. Okay, pick a specific niche. Ask yourself, who do I want to work with? That is the only person you're going to talk about when you create content, short form content. Okay, something else to note, and this is really awesome. I love TikTok for this. Whereas YouTube, you know, YouTube mostly shows your stuff to your subscribers. Instagram mostly shows your stuff to the people who are following you. When it comes to these shorts, the goal is to show it to people who haven't seen you. That's why there's something called the For You page. Have y'all heard of the For You page on TikTok? Okay. Things live on the For You page. Think of the name, For You. Hey, we've curated this feed to show you videos that were specifically picked out for you. So their goal is to show it to an audience that hasn't seen you yet. That's major opportunity there. That's major opportunity. Okay, because now you get to captivate the attention or capture the attention of someone brand new. With that being said, when you film videos, don't assume everyone has already seen you. Okay, you are filming to that first brand new person. Therefore, it's fine to redo videos that you've already done. Okay, so for those of you, hey, I don't know what to post, it's fine to redo a video that you've already done. Now let's tackle that. Let's tackle that. I don't know what to post. Here's the cool thing about all of these platforms. For whatever niche you're in, whatever type of videos you want to make, your best friend is going, or your best tool is going to become that search bar. Okay, you're going to search for other people or other content that is the same, that's targeting the same audience, and you're going to see what they've done that's been super popular. And you always want to search back within the last 30 days or the last 90 days, the last 3 months. But search for those videos that other people who operate in your niche have done, that have succeeded, that have gotten a lot of views, that have gotten a lot of shares, likes. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to redo them, putting your spin on them. Okay. Now, why do that? Why do that? It's because it's like me telling you, hey, Carol, if you walk through that door on the right, there's $1 million on the other side, just go get it. I'm telling you, these algorithms are telling you, hey, if you do this, people are going to like it because it's already been done. We're proving it to you. You just got to do it. But what do most people do? No, I want to make a video showing this house, or I want to make a video talking about this, when you don't have any evidence that that'll even do what you want it to do. There will be a point when you are going to become that one that is most followed and you can start the trends. But starting out, hop on other trends, hop on what's already working. The next thing is you must keep your viewers' attention with short videos. Remember, they are measuring you in seconds, okay? And how these algorithms work on the other side is based on chunks of seconds, right? So let's just say that I upload a video that's 7 seconds long. If people are watching all 7 seconds, the algorithms are going to push them out to more and more people, because it's telling TikTok or it's telling Instagram, hey, they're watching the full video. People are staying engaged for the full video. So we're going to show it to more people. We're going to show it to that next set of 100 people, that next set of 1,000, that next set of 10,000. And it's going to keep growing and growing and growing as people are watching you. However, if you upload a video that's 30 seconds long and they're only watching 10 seconds of it because you're not keeping them engaged, then what? It tells the platform the opposite. Oh, people aren't even watching this full video before they're clicking off. So we're not going to continue to promote it to a bunch of people. So you may say, how do I keep people's attention, right? I'm going to give you a few strategies. One of them, I already talked about the hook. That's going to grab them. Second is to make sure that you are making a move or doing something that's going to capture their attention again every 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. Remember, these are short form videos. So an example would be, I'm doing this. Hey, are you looking to sell your house in the next 16 days? Then I'm going to make a move. Now I got the same camera. I'm holding it at the same place. However, they see a different background. Okay. So they're like, oh, now look in the background versus this. Or I might go ahead. So now they can see my outfit. So now they're paying attention to something else. But I'm doing things like that every few seconds to keep them engaged. Okay. Other things I may do, I may zoom into the camera, right? So I'm talking back here. Well, if you want to know, here's what you should do. It took me 1.5 seconds to zoom, but it kept them watching. Okay. Doing things like that can keep someone watching. So you want to implement it. Another thing is the music, right? Make sure that you are using sounds and music in the background of your videos. They keep people engaged. They keep people watching. Okay. Again, repurpose these. So TikTok, like I said, I normally start on TikTok, doing it on TikTok. Then I'll put it on Instagram. I'll do it on YouTube Shorts. If you are trying to grow in this arena, the number is 3 to 5 short form videos a day. I know that sounds intimidating. It sounds like a lot. However, these videos are less than a minute long. It's going to take you less time to do 3 to 5 of these videos than to do one long YouTube video. Okay. So 3 to 5 a day, but keep in mind, remember, you can repost these, right? You want to repost these. It shows to new audiences. Okay. Now I'm telling you this because I know everything. I mean, all these real estate agents are talking about get on YouTube, grow on YouTube, grow on YouTube. Something to know about real estate, especially for those of you who have been in the business long, is that real estate agents are the slowest people to adapt to something. I was preaching YouTube years ago. And now all the real estate agents are now wanting to run to YouTube. Where I'm telling you now, the opportunity is on TikTok and Reels and Shorts. Okay, people's attention spans have been conditioned because of these apps. And it's harder to keep someone's attention on a long form YouTube video nowadays. And again, YouTube isn't their main focus right now. That isn't their main focus. And so hopping on what people's main focuses are, or what these social media networks focuses are, will get you growth. And here's why it's the opportunity for growth right now, because everybody else is just now getting into long form. So the people who are doing short form, especially in business, right? Because they're trying to change the face of it to say, hey, we're not just dance videos, we're not just prank videos. So the people who are doing business, they're really pushing out there. They're really pushing them out there. Okay, so I'll go into it more next week, but I'll also talk about YouTube next week, and I'll probably audit some channels. But I know that there's a lot of you on here who are doing content creation. So I don't want you to miss the opportunity here for growth when it comes to your content creation. Okay. Okay, what questions do y'all have? Kiera, question about the music. Yeah, what's
I
your
have one. Okay, so I work with a lot of entertainers where I am. And so for one, okay, I work in real estate, so I try to keep the music appropriate, but at the same time, not super appropriate. I don't know if that makes sense. Like there's a line I try not to cross. How would you navigate that? Would you keep the music super clean, or would you balance it? If that makes sense.
Well, so it depends on who your ideal client is. You know, at the end of the day, I like things to match up with my image, you know, and what I know about music is that inappropriate words, lyrics, things like that, they can turn people off.
Absolutely.
Not saying that people don't listen to inappropriate music. However, we have to be mindful, especially as professionals, where they could be consuming our content, right? You don't want to have content out there to where it's like, oh, I can only watch Kiera stuff when I'm at home, not around my kids, you know, because she always has songs with language in them, you know? And so those are things that I think about. And again, not saying that people don't listen to songs with cursing in it. You won't get in trouble. However, if you're trying to reach a large audience, know that things like that will stunt your growth. So it's just something to be mindful of.
You answered my question. Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? All right, y'all. Well, I look forward, hopefully, seeing y'all push some stuff out this week. Remember what I said at the beginning of the call. Just do it. The time is now. Time only exists in the present. Okay. Everyone, especially the cool thing about this is that TikTok and short form videos, reels and stuff, they haven't been around that long. Okay. So there's not a right versus wrong way to do them. The thing is, you just have to do them, right? You just have to do them. Okay, so I look forward to seeing y'all push out some stuff. See you next week where we'll continue talking about social media and videos and stuff.
Thank you.